Okay, so yet again, the Stug IIIG. I must admit, I do like this map, particularly in a TD. I think it gives you, well, one thing it does gives you is a lot of open view range, which does suit TDs, particularly stealthy ones like the Stug, the American ones too. Anything that can stand off and shoot at range, and certainly that's one of the real features of this particular tank, with the long gun, which has really good pen at tier 5, and the Stug has a really good camera rating, so even out in the open you're unlikely to get spotted very easily unless something gets quite close. Well, when I say quite close, somewhere between the green, well, what was the green and the white line. Our green line's now gone out because we do have our bins, and that's again because the Stug has, it's probably its biggest weakness is the fact that it's got very, very poor view range. But the gun is the main thing, and it's a fairly mobile platform. But yeah, this is the sort of map that really suits it, and you'll see, not so much in this particular battle, we'll see it a little bit, but normally the enemy team on this map, the Sand River map, will attempt to push down this flank, or at least spot our team pushing up, and there'll often be 2 or 3 tanks up the back there, maybe even 3 or 4. Now in this battle I think there are definitely a couple up there, and I'm waiting for my friends to spot them now. Now this gun is actually a very accurate gun. Well, you can see it's not doing very well so far, but okay, so it takes us 3 shots to get a hit, and now we seem to have found the range. Keep firing at the guy that we can kill, and now we'll swap to the other guy. Unfortunately, he was able to get into cover before we could really get some rounds into him. We've already lost 3 bots in this game. This is a very, very tight game, and it just goes to show that on a map like this that is very open, TDs generally have the advantage. I'm just a bit worried about where this KV1's going. We've only got one player in heavy, and he's on the KV. That Churchill is a bot, and he's not going to last very long there, I don't think. Oh, can't actually shoot him there, but we can shoot the Matilda. Matilda is a player. He's a bit lucky then, but we will keep pumping him into it. Oh, he's a bit lucky then too. His luck could not hold up. Don't want to stick around there because I'm virtually almost the only tank left on this side of the map. Our team's not totally getting destroyed, but we aren't doing overly well. We seem to have pushed fairly well forward on the other side, but we're really in trouble on this side. Luckily, there are a couple of players on my team that do come back. See the Wolverine's coming, and so is the T-34S. Don't want to sit up here for too long. I'm a little bit worried that the KV1's not far away. Now to defend this cap, I could stay in this low ground here, but I suspect all I'll do is end up spotting enemy and then get shot. It might help the guys behind me, but it won't help my survivability, so I'm going to come back up into this tree line around, bush line around the back of the cap here where the Wolverine is. This is quite a good spot up here. You do get spotted if you're not quick to sort of pull back and don't keep trying to fire through the opaque bushes, but here we go. What's this? Oh, no, he's too far. He's behind that little ridge. And there is a little ridge that once you take that side will let you pretty much run through, but up here you'll have to come up. At least we managed to get one shot into him. Now a lot of their team have actually gone back to defend their cap area, and they've taken out our heavy. The one that was a player, they've taken out their Panzer forward as well now, so this game is looking very, very marginal at this stage. With 4 tanks down, almost 3,000, not 3,500 if you believe that. Now just coming in here, just trying to see whether I can stay hidden. Oh, yeah, he didn't see me then, which is interesting. We get one into him. Another one who left him on 2 hit points. Wow. Both those shells were slightly under, so really he should have been dead. But anyway, we'll let the T-34S clean him up and we'll head back to this ridge line where we might be able to see other tanks coming in. This Matilda. This was the guy we could see before. It's actually a bot. Ooh. Again, it's amazing how often when you're down to the kill shot that it does not do anything. It really happens almost invariably. You do have to wonder. Now, I tried to call these guys back. The T-34 does come back. We're much better off playing together as a little group of 3 tanks where we can concentrate our fire on stuff coming in than we are trying to push forward into 5 enemy tanks. And of those 5 enemy tanks, I think at least 3 or 4 of them are players, so it would not make sense to push into them. Oh, here we go. Now this one is a bot. Oh, he's on quite a bit of health actually for a bot. He may or may not have good vision range, so rather than fire one more, I pull back and let the other guy take him out. I just really don't want to risk getting spotted at this stage. Still got all my health. One of the things that has been a bit of a problem with the old Stug is that it doesn't have a lot of shells. Now I'm going to just try and go back sort of roughly where I was before. We're taking on the medium over there. I can come down here, get and move up a little bit. I might be able to get some shots on that M10. I might be able to spot him also for my teammates. T-34 is sort of going around the other side. Just going to move up a bit. So we're having a good game, but at this stage we're really under the pump. We've pulled it back a bit, but we are still significantly behind, if you believe that. Particularly the HP. Oh, there he is. One to him. Oh, I don't know where that one just went over the top of him. Ooh. He's very low health now. Oh, he comes almost to full health. KV1, and of course we don't manage to pin him. Just got to keep popping up firing. bouncing. The slopey top of the Stug is actually about 85mm thick, and it's on a really good angle, so well, there we go. So it can actually, unfortunately we lost our other tank there. He gets one into us. He's got the little gun, thankfully. One more. Yes. Okay. So now it's 2 versus 1. We've done a come back right into that with us taking down those 2. T-34S probably ill-advised getting on the cap at this point when I can't defend him. Now I asked this guy to join a platoon. We both got 4 kills. If we survive, we manage to take the KV-1 out. We'll get a brother in arms. The KV has other ideas, I think. But still, we've done 3,122 damage. That's a pretty good effort for the Stug under any circumstances, but we hopefully will improve on that a little bit. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's got the rapid fire gun. You can see he's put, oh jeez, he put 3 into him very, very quickly then. So he's on 670 health and I can't hit him. So now, the one thing I am absolutely confident about in this engagement here is that I can outspot the KV-1 substantially. This thing has a really, really good camo rating. It's about a 44-45% reduction. What that means is if he would have seen you, if his view range is say 400, it will be reduced by 45%, so he won't see us until about just over 200 metres he's got to get to within. Now my view range is also not brilliant, but with my bins up, and given that he's a heavy tanks have very little camo rating, poor camo rating, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to see him and he will not be able to see me. That's the plan. Now equally, if he doesn't want to win, if he just wants to play for a draw, he could stay hidden and I won't find him. I've just got to rely on the fact that hopefully he does want to win. And that's where I would back this thing in against the KV, provided I don't get spotted. As soon as I'm spotted, his little 57mm gun, he's got to hit me at least probably 3 times to kill me. But it's a very rapid fire gun. He's got a much faster reload than me. Now the T-34 is still being a really good teammate. He's giving me information, so we know which gun he's got. We know what sort of health he's on. The gun particularly is important. Like if he was running the Derp or even the 85mm gun, he could kill me in 2 shots with the 85 or 1 easily with the Derp, and possibly 1 HE shot with the Derp. I don't like the Derp much on the KV. I don't think it works very well, but we know he's got the 57, so that does mean I can take 3 shots, at least 2 shots before he actually kills me. And there he is, he's right there. So I mean, I've outspotted him. Now I've got to just pull back a bit so he can't see me. Stay behind here. You can see how close he gets, but now he's behind that other bush there. It's totally opaque and he just cannot see me. He must know vaguely where I am, but really he hasn't got much option but to run away. And we get a nice high roll for the last one. I'm not sure why, but it's almost like he thought I was firing at him from the other side. But that was a really good win. 3,000, almost 800 damage, 5 kills I think it was, and yeah, really close game. Very lucky to win it.